Hey, welcome back to the Artie Lange Show. Brent Stover here from CBS Sports. It's a Friday, live on DirecTV, and it's a fun one. And we're going to start out with really great, accomplished actress. Now, I'm going to do this right. Laura Cayouette.
Yes.
There you go. And according to our announcer, Mike, you're French. Is that true?
I am not French.
Yeah.
My name is French. My name is French.
Your name's French, but you're not French. So we can, an okay mistake by Mike. You can understand that.
I Tina Turnered the name. It's my ex-husband's name.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Good for you.
It belongs to him.
What nationality are you actually?
I'm English.
Oh, you're English.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm a wasp.
Hey, listen, we need everything we can get in here. We got a lot of Italians, some Jewish people. So listen, we like a melting pot here.
Well, I'm a melting pot because my family's been here on one side since the 1600s and on the other from the 1700s.
Oh
so
my God!
I'm
wow.
sure they got around.
Now, were they slave owners? Is that a controversial question? Of course you don't know. Who knows?
I do know, but...
And of course you're not for it if they were. I mean, you're against that, of course.
Well, let's just say that one of the reasons that the role in Django that I did was so interesting to me is that I got to explore some of my heritage.
Okay, there you go. Now, that's interesting. Did Quentin Tarantino know that about you?
Yes, he did.
Now, he seemed very intense to work with. What was it? Did it seem like what it seems to be when you watch it, that it's an intense set that could be intimidating for especially an actress?
What's the thing that sets his sets apart is not the intensity. The thing that sets his sets apart is the enthusiasm.
Right.
I mean, he has this trick he pulls on us that whenever things go long or he has to do another take and everybody's over it, he goes, "Okay, we're going to go one more time. Why?" And everybody says, "Because we love making movies." And it does. It peps you up.
It's motivation. Like I say with the guys, like having a motivational week for the company next week. And you need that sometimes. Yeah. I know I've made a lot of films, and I've been in a couple of really good ones, but I had small parts in them. I don't know what it's like. I did this one movie that I helped write called Beer League, which is sort of, and there's other thing, Dirty Work, which are sort of like cult hits. They were by no means successes, and I had small...
Well, they were successful enough I saw them. So.
Oh, really? Thank you. Well, I appreciate it. But I'm saying, I don't know what it's like to make a big, successful hit movie and spend a lot of time because I think a lot of actors know halfway through if it's working or not. And it's hard if you feel it's not working to stay enthused. You know what I mean? I've
been really fortunate because my first film was the sequel to Terms of Endearment.
Oh, okay. With Nicholson and Shirley MacLaine.
Yeah.
And of course the great James. What's the guy's name who directed it?
Oh no, we had a different director because.
Oh, he didn't direct it. He didn't direct it. Okay.
The writer directed it.
Right.
And
okay.
So we had a different director, but we did have also Miranda Richardson. The year that she was nominated for 2 Academy Awards against herself. Yeah. And Ben Johnson, I think that was his last movie.
So you're working with a cast like that, Nicholson, MacLaine.
Yeah, first movie.
Yeah, unbelievable. Now, how long were you on the set for?
That one I was on for about 5 days.
Okay, so were your scenes with Nicholson or Shirley MacLaine?
Shirley, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I learned more watching her work than any acting class.
Really?
Oh yeah, no, she's an American treasure.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. As a comedian, I had a similar thing. The first movie I ever did was Dirty Work, and the first scene, big time movie. And if you're gonna get fired from a movie, Brent, it's gonna be in that first week, right? Because after you're on film, I had a big part. It was a buddy comedy. I was one of the buddies, so I was in all the. I worked every day. And after a week, you're on film a lot, so they need you then, man.
Right.
So they will coddle you. They'll make sure you don't get hurt, you don't break your leg,
True.
But if they want to fire you, it's in that first few days. So they're going back and looking at what they call the dailies, looking at what you shot that day and going, he's in or out. So I was so nervous. And as a comic, forget acting, as a comic, the first scene is Don Rickles in my face insulting me. He's insulting me. And
Which I'm sure you took as an honor.
Well, yeah, it was an honor. But we made the mistake of trying to write him lines, and he couldn't remember any of the lines. So we just said, look, just insult us the way you would. You're Don Rickles. You're great. Look at me and the other guy, Norm Macdonald. Look at us and insult us. So he looked at me, and now I have no idea that the camera's rolling, and I'm afraid of getting fired. A bunch of money's being spent, and I don't know what's going to come out of his mouth. And he looks at me up and down, and he goes, look at you. Look at you, you baby gorilla. I burst out laughing, cut, Art, finally, after 10 times of that, I get it done. And then we go to the next line. For the next line, he starts talking to my stomach. And he goes, how you doing down there, ice cream? Dancing around, having a good time? He was talking to the ice cream in my stomach, dancing around. I laughed another 20 times. Oh, no. So it's very, but that's on a comedy side. Shirley MacLaine. That had to be something. That wasn't a real dramatic scene.
You know what was funny is that the scene that I most remember shooting with her is the one that actually inspired my book. Is she had this. She was supposed to be like the background person in the scene.
Right.
She was supposed to come. I was playing a sitcom actress.
Okay.
And with Juliette Lewis, and so Juliette Lewis and I'm dressed as the Good Witch Glinda, as you do. And
Julia Lewis, by the way, another great actress too.
Yes. And I've done 2 films with her.
I worked with her once as well.
Yeah, she's a delight.
The one dramatic
awesome.
thing I did, I worked with Julia Lewis, and she was very good.
Yeah, she's very good. And she was dressed as an angel, and we were doing this sitcom, and then Shirley MacLaine, and it's Mary Gross and Matt Perry's dad. John Perry.
Okay. And, Mary Gross is a very talented comedic actress too. Yeah.
So it's the 4 of us doing this scene. And then Shirley MacLaine's supposed to be in the audience, the studio audience, and her whole part is just to,
just
clap at the end of the scene.
Yeah.
Okay, so we do the scene, we got the thing, it's all happening, and then as our scene ends, Shirley then proceeds to create this entire scenario with her clapping. She's got this whole thing going on, and I'm watching this going, this is the most amazing thing I've ever seen. She's turned this nothing moment, this nothing part, into an epic tale.
Okay. Now,
and they ended up cutting all of everything in our scene until the moment that I say bye, and then I leave, as you do after you say bye, and then they cut to Shirley MacLaine creating this whole moment.
Okay, you're being very nice. Okay, because there's a couple of ways to look at this. The way I would look at it is, she's Shirley MacLaine. She's going to get a lot of screen time. She's going to get a lot of attention. Even this moment, that's not supposed to be hers. She has to steal from you.
Yeah, but you know what I learned?
What?
Earn it.
Oh, come on, but that would annoy me.
She earned it.
It was your moment. She's got to say, look at me, I'm making something.
I've watched everything she did.
I know, and you're being such a sweetheart about it, but
I stole every scene that I was in after that.
I'm sure you did, but you secretly wanted to kill her after that.
No, I didn't. I really was so fascinated.
I'm mad for you.
I'm falling apart.
I'm mad for you because, she's like, okay, come on. Yeah, look at me, I'm Shirley MacLaine. I'm Shirley effing MacLaine.
No, I really did find it fascinating because I didn't even know you could do what she was doing. I wouldn't have given myself permission to do what she was doing, and that was the first thing I learned.
That's my point. She gave herself permission to ruin your scene.
To steal my scene.
Well, it's nice of you to be so nice. Brent, what do you think?
Well, I'm excited. Django Unchained, obviously. When you were going through it, first off, how did it sort of come together for you to get in that movie and get that part?
Well, I got the script way in advance because I get to read all of Quentin's scripts, which is an honor and a privilege.
Now, why is that?
This is not my first movie with him. It's actually my fourth movie.
He's a big fan of yours.
And, and I had done Kill Bill, and so it's a long time now ago, and so I get this script. I've left LA at this point, so I'm in New Orleans. So instead of going to the house to pick it up, I'm getting a FedEx, and I open the FedEx, and here's his brand new script, Django Unchained, and I'm reading and reading. It's 1,000,000 pages long, and I get to page like 92 or something, and I'm so into the movie at this point. I'm just going on this journey, and then on this page it says, and my name is Laura Lynn Cayouette.
Right.
And it says, Laura Lee Candy Fitzwillie, a attractive 40-ish strawberry blonde Southern belle.
There you go.
Perfect.
And I didn't read the rest of the sentence. I just went, wait, what?
So he wrote it for you, basically.
He wrote it with me in mind.
Sure.
I still had to get the part because the studio and the powers that be certainly wanted a name. They wanted a name.
Crap, but instead of a talented actress, they want a name.
Well, there's plenty of talented
and you have a
actresses with
name.
names, but yeah, I have a long name.